Advertising your mobile app can not only increase your user base, but also help you target users with specific interests. Let's look at the most common ways to advertise mobile apps. Search ads appear on search engine results pages, targeting users based on what search terms they used. For example, if a user searches for mobile fishing games, a text ad for the Great Outdoors Go Fish app could show up next to the search results. Users that click on one of these ads to download or open your app are called cost per click, or CPC traffic. You can compare CPC traffic and its performance against organic traffic from users who found your app by clicking on an unpaid search result. Display ads are another common type of online advertising. These are the banner ads that appear on websites, on videos, or within other apps. You can use ad serving technology to automatically match display ads to websites and apps with complementary content. Or you can target specific websites or pages, user demographics, or user interests. Display ads also let you target ads to users who have previously visited your website or app. This is called remarketing. For example, if you want to acquire new users, you could create an AdWords remarketing campaign that shows a special offer exclusively to users who visited your promotional website, but didn't download your app. You can also use remarketing to bring users back to your app if they haven't opened it in a while. Users also find out about apps through social channels like Google+, Twitter, or Facebook. Social can be a really powerful acquisition channel for mobile apps, because you can promote your app organically to your network or use advertising to reach other social users. Those users can then share your app virally within their social networks as well. You can also let users promote your app by allowing them to announce downloads, accomplishments, or high scores to their social networks. Email marketing is an effective channel for generating interest in your app and re-engaging users. You can send emails that target specific groups of users through mailing lists or target more general newsletters to a broader user base. Depending on your network, you can also send sponsorship emails that include a link to your app in somebody else's email campaigns. By tracking email links, you can measure whether specific email campaigns correlate to a surge or dip in downloads or signups. Regardless of the type of advertising you use, when a user clicks on your promotional link, it will usually direct them to a page in an app marketplace like the App Store or Google Play. This marketplace page is where users can learn all about your app and download it. Users can also find your app by searching directly on the marketplace, so it's important that your app download page be attractive to your target audience and accurately represent your app's purpose. All of these advertising channels can help you find valuable new users. Use Google Analytics to help guide you in your marketing strategy for your particular app. Once you sign into AdMob, you'll see the home screen. To view the analytics reports, click the Analyze tab. Notice the navigation pane. To view a list of reports that display data about your acquisition channels, click Acquisition. Now click AdWords. This set of reports provides more insight into the outcome of your AdWords campaigns. For example, you can use the campaign reports to see which campaigns drove the most revenue. The Keywords report lets you analyze which search keywords were most effective. And the Hour of Day report can offer insight into when you receive the most valuable traffic from your AdWords campaigns. Now click App Marketplace. If you've set up custom campaign tracking in Google Analytics, the campaign parameters that you set in the URL of your ad are passed to the App Marketplace, and then onto the user's device after they download and install your app. Google Analytics can then show you specific data for those campaigns in the App Marketplace report. This report lets you compare each app marketplace where users downloaded your app, including data from the Google Play platform and some third-party platforms. Note that app marketplace data that appears as not set means the marketplace that referred these users likely doesn't support the App Installer ID, which is the string used to identify the App Store. Now click Sources. The Sources reports show you which traffic sources drove users to your app marketplace download page, how long they stayed, and how much money they spent on downloads. There are separate reports for Google Play and iTunes. Or you can view all of your source data together in the All report. Click Google Play Referral Flow. This report shows the power of combining Google Play data with analytics. Here you can see how users moved through each stage of the acquisition process, from finding your app to actually downloading and launching it. You can also see where you're losing users and work on improving these areas. To use this report, you'll have to link Google Analytics to your Google Play Developer Console. Finally, click the New Users report. Here you can see an overview of users that launched your app for the first time within the selected date range. This report can show data about the total number of new users, their operating systems, the app version they downloaded, and their geographic location. You can use these acquisition reports to better understand how users find your app and make more informed marketing decisions. Because the Great Outdoors has a goal to monetize its Go Fish app, they consider high-value users those who regularly make in-app purchases. These are users that go to the in-app bait and tackle shop and purchase virtual fishing equipment to advance through the game. We can compare these to low-value users who may play the game but don't spend any money. You can use Google Analytics to discover the common characteristics of high and low-value users, respectively. For instance, to attract more high-value users, you can use Google Analytics reports to learn where your current monetized users come from, how often they use the app, the features that they engage with, and their interests and attributes. You can then compare this to low-value users to see where those non-monetized users have similarities or differences. You can use these user attributes to design marketing strategies that encourage low-value users to make purchases for the first time. Or you may decide to focus your advertising solely on those with greater revenue potential. Most likely, you'll use a combination of strategies to convert as many users as possible from the low to high value groups. We'll cover some of these strategies in the upcoming lessons.
One of the most important Google Analytics tools you can use for in-depth analysis is segmentation. When you apply a segment, you are essentially filtering your data in real time. Segmentation lets you isolate and compare subsets of analytics data so you can see which segments may be underperforming. You can segment users or sessions in Google Analytics. User segments can span multiple sessions within the date range you've selected, such as all the goals that users completed or all the revenue generated by a user. For example, you can segment users who made a purchase and compare that to a segment of users who didn't make a purchase. This analysis can help you better understand what influences people to buy. When segmenting sessions, however, the data is confined to user behavior within a single session, such as the goals that users completed during the session or the amount of revenue generated by a user during the session. For example, you could segment sessions based on their traffic source, like sessions that originated from paid search, and compare that to sessions originating from email campaigns. Both user and session segments can be built using dimensions, metrics, session dates, and even sequences of user actions. When you look at a report like the Audience Overview, notice that the All Sessions segment is already applied and will include every session within the selected date range. To add additional segments, click the gray arrow to open up the Segment Builder. You'll see a list of commonly used segments with descriptive names. You can compare up to 4 segments at any one time by clicking the segment label or dragging it into the empty fields at the top of the report. You can remove segments by simply clicking the gray X in the top right corner of the segment. When you've selected the segments you want to compare, click Apply at the bottom. you'll see each of your segments represented in the time graph and data table below. Once activated, segments will be applied to your other reports as well. While Google Analytics offers a number of helpful default segments, you can also create your own customized segments. This is the real power of segmentation. Simply click Create New Segment beneath the Applied Segment fields. To create your own segment, first give the segment a name. Then choose different criteria from the categories on the left to filter your data. For example, you can choose language from the demographics category and filter the data to only include those who speak French. For more specific filtering, you can even create segments based on sequences of user interactions. You could create a segment to show users that started in the footwear section of the online store and then moved to the men's hiking boots section. You can define any sequence of user actions, such as viewing a page and then starting a video, or viewing a size chart and then adding boots to an online shopping cart. As you encounter more complex questions about your customers' behavior, you can use segments to isolate the correct subsets of data and find opportunities to improve your online performance.